Good morning. I'm Jashmara Fatima from CSE department. My project is about Orchid, a full-stack authentication system using Spring Boot, React, email OTP, and JWT for secure web application access. So, the Orchid is a secure web application system developed using Spring Boot for the backend and React for the front end, focusing on modern security best practices. The application supports user registration and login with email-based OTP verification, which adds an extra layer of security beyond traditional username password authentication. Once the user is successfully authenticated, the system issues a JWT JSON web token that is used to authorize all subsequent API requests. This enables stateless authentication, improving scalability and reducing risks associated with server-side session management. Sensitive data such as passwords are securely stored using strong hashing mechanisms, and all protected endpoints are accessible only within a valid tokens. Orchid also implements role-based access control, ensures users can only access resources permitted by their roles. From a security perspective, the project addresses common threats like unauthorized access, token misuse, and secure session handling. Overall, Orchid showcases many ability to build secure, production-ready authentication system and aligns with cybersecurity and secure backend development tools. Now let's go through the PPT. So the agenda of this PPT is introduction, statement of the problem, scope of the project, methodology, output and results, test cases, and the conclusions, and future work. Introduction. Traditional password-based authentication is vulnerable to phishing, brute force attacks, and credential theft. Here, phishing refers to the attack where it comes through emails saying that we have got 50 lakh, like that. It is based on a financial attack by using the user's emotional basis. For that, the Orchid integrates Spring Boot, React, email OTP, and JWT to create a robust authentication system. The system offers enhanced protection against unauthorized access by implementing the JWT, which gives an extra layer of security, which results in the data security. In problem statements. So the challenges, the problem at hand is the need for a strong authentication system to protect web applications from cyber threats. Traditional username password methods are vulnerable to phishing, brute force attacks, and credential theft. A secure, scalable, and user-friendly system is required to ensure data privacy and prevent unauthorized access. The objective of this project is to integrate multi-factor authentication (MFA) to enhance user integrity, identity verification, and reduce credential theft. Secure authentication in web applications. The system will cover user authentication workflows for web and mobile access. Web and mobile applications such as login, logout, passwords, reset, MFA setup. Ensure smooth and secure user login experience, provide secure and smooth authentication. The target audience of this project is developers, security teams. Next, the inclusions. The inclusions are security, secure multi-factor authentication for users, encrypted storage for sensitive credentials, real-time anomaly and threat detection. Here, anomaly refers to the errors that happens during the login process or logout process. User-friendly and seamless login interface. The exclusions will include the biometric hardware, which is a software. Then data. Data includes user credentials, logs, session details, and anomaly detection information. System also collects device metadata and access attempt history for security monitoring. That is called logs. So logs will have all the attempts that has been login or fail attempts. It will indicate that many fail attempts are happened. That is called as a brute force attack. Then the limitations of this project is connectivity accuracy. System depends on stable internet connectivity. MFA may cause slight delay in user login. Anomaly detection accuracy improves only with more data. Then the methodology. Then the requirement gatherings. Identify authentication needs, user roles, security requirements, OTP scenarios, and flow for secure access using Spring Boot and React. So the system design. They design the architecture including API structure, database schema, OTP workflow, and JWT generation and front-end authentication flow. For backend, we are using Spring Boot. The Spring Boot is an open-source Java-based framework designed to simplify the bootstrapping and development of new Spring applications. It acts as a wrapper around the core Spring framework, focusing on reducing configuration and boilerplate code to allow for faster development of alone stand and production grade applications. So some of the features of Spring Boot or auto configuration, opinionated approach, embedded services, and started dependencies. The auto configuration says that Spring Boot automatically configures the applications based on the dependencies present in the class path. So, for example, if it detects a database driven on the class path, it will automatically configure a database connection. Opinionated approach, it makes default decisions or opinions about the best way to configure applications, which reduces the need for complex manual setup. Then the embedded services. It includes embedded HTTP servers such as Tomcat or Underflow, allowing you to run applications directly on a Java file without needing to deploy it to an external server. The starter dependencies refers to starters are the pre-packaged dependencies that built that will build simplified build configuration. So here it implements secure REST APIs for user registration, login, OTP verification, and token generation. Configure encryption, validation, and role-based access. OTP service integration. Develop and integrate the email-based OTP model for MFA. Implement OTP generation, expiration date limiting, and verification mechanisms. Next, it comes to the JWT authentication setup. The JWT in Spring Boot is JSON Web Token, is an industry standard mechanism used for securely transmitting information from client and the server as a JSON object. In Spring Boot applications, particularly REST APIs and microservices, JWT is primarily used to implement stateless authentication. Stateless authentication is achieved through this JWT. Instead of storing user session data on the server like traditional session-based authentication, the server generates a single token upon login, generates a single token upon login and sends it to the client. The client then includes this token in the header of all subsequent requests. So the key components will be the header and the payload. The header contains metadata about the token, such as the algorithm used for signing. The payload contains the claims, which are the statements about the user, like username, user ID, roles, expiry time. Then the front-end development. For front-end, we are using